This is Big Rapids Cardinal basketball on News Radio WBRN 1460 AM and 96.5 FM, a part of the Big Rapids Media Network and your home for Cardinal basketball.
Njenga spinning. Oh, goodness. The rack attack. That was absolutely nasty. Boat goes up strong. Count the bump and the bucket again. If you get the ball in the paint, you're going to have good things happen.
New year, new intro, same Cardinal basketball broadcast team. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome into this presentation of Cardinal basketball here on News Radio WBRN. Thanks for all tuning in. Slight delay. No, it was not for technical difficulties. We had a delay for the girls' game, So we had to wait. Mother Nature is not being kind to us tonight. The snow continues to fall outside. We'll get into the mode of time and temperature here later on. But, Blake, we got a great matchup upcoming. The number 2 and number 3 teams right now in the CSAA standings here this Friday night. The girls' game has been really high-flying playmaking from both teams right now. Cardinals girls varsity leading 38-20. Hadley Fox going to the line to try to add that in the final seconds of the third quarter. And so we should expect some high energy. The fans, the crowd, the students, the band is here. This is going to be a great basketball environment, maybe the best one this year.
Yeah, the fans did a great job of braving the elements tonight, showing up, showing out for the Cardinals. A late start for the girls due to the fact that Mother Nature is, in fact, undefeated. Really, really hard travel to get here. So Newaygo took their time, played it safe, got here. Really excited for another new year of hoops. Excited to watch the guys play a very, very competitive Newaygo team tonight.
It's going to be a really fun. We'll have the time and temperature presented by New Horizon Landscaping. We'll have our timber report presented by Cook's Tree Service. We'll have our Dazos Digital Stat Breakdown and get you everything you need to know for the Lions and Cardinals here in Big Rapids. We'll step aside. We'll pay some bills. We'll be back with a Cardinal basketball pregame show here on News Radio WBRN. Michigan Primary Care Partners is thrilled to announce they are now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for acute issues. Avoid a costly trip to the ER and see your primary care provider right here in Big Rapids. Additionally, the Michigan Primary Care Partners in-house pharmacy is open on Saturdays for all your medication needs. Michigan Primary Care Partners is here to help you get and stay healthy. Find Michigan Primary Care Partners in Big Rapids, Canadian Lakes, Reed City, and always online at MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. MOTA offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact MOTA as far as 6 months in advance. MOTA proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit MOTAonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. A lot more.
Like?
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything, not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
Welcome back here in Big Rapids. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here as we begin our Cardinal pregame show here. The Lions and Cardinals set to begin 2025 for the Cardinals boys season. Newaygo has obviously gotten out to a start, but we'll cover that here in just a moment. Big thanks goes out to Big Rapids Public Schools, the Big Rapids Virtual School, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, Moto the Macassasoit Transit Authority, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, Extremely Clean Power Washing and Painting, Quality Car and Truck Repair, New Horizons Landscaping, JD Fit, Menards, Cook's Tree Service, Post 98 American Legion Baseball, as well as Dazos Digital and BigRapidsDailyNews.com for your support of Cardinal Hoops on WBRN. We'll get you right to it. What you're probably thinking about since we went to break, the time and temperature presented by New Horizon Landscaping. I would play a snowflake, snow falling sound effect if I had it on my board, but I don't, so you have to insert it at home. But it's 25 degrees outside right now. The snow continues to fall for likely potentially another hour or so. And we're going to have a very interesting time to get out of the parking lot after the game with all the fans that are in attendance, and they continue to pile their way in here for this evening's contest, as many of them thinking that the boys' game is going to start in 6 minutes. Like you said, if you're just joining us, that will not be the case. Girls varsity are still duking it out on the floor after a travel delay. The Lions not able to get here until 5 o'clock due to personnel issues as far as the busing situation there. And obviously an unfortunate thing to go through for a school making the travel, and especially on a night like this where Mother Nature is really not being nice.
Yeah, it's always tough for high schoolers to be off of that routine. As a coach in the last 15 years, we always hated playing on a snow day because you're out of routine. I think we lost almost every snow day game we played, to be totally honest. So again, they're a little out of routine here. But the girls are battling. The boys are able to settle in and go through their routine. The girls had to actually rush. They didn't get here until about 5:15. The game's supposed to start at 5:30. But luckily, Dawn Thompson, fantastic athletic director, of course, gave them extra time to make sure that they were ready to go. And so we just get to hang out in the gym a little bit longer. No big deal. It's a fun place to be, especially on a cold night like this.
Absolutely. Right now, the girls varsity 39-20 in favor of the Cardinals right now. That team is absolutely on fire. As you mentioned, Blake, a win against Covenant Christian in comeback fashion, and they're obviously out and running right now. They hold on to this result. They are the sole leaders in the CSAA Red Division when it comes to girls hoops, which we would love to see that, as well as really looking at Big Rapids. We got a big game coming up next Friday, obviously. A lot to be had tonight, as well as more games early next week, and we'll talk about that a little later on. But we're going to see the number 1 and number 2 team in the CSA Red for boys next Friday down in Grant. Yeah, Grant, we were talking a little earlier off air. They have received, they are the first team in the CSA that I can really remember outside of Reed City and Big Rapids to earn some AP votes. They're 7-0. They're getting some love from MLive as one of the top teams in the Muskegon area. A really, really good club. We knew that coming in. They returned everybody from a really good team last year, or almost everybody. And again, that one we were talking is going to be one of 2 really, really fun high-level basketball games that are going to mean a lot who's going to win the CSAA. So really, really excited to see that. But again, you got to play Fremont, White Cloud, and First Newaygo tonight. And what's the final game of the regular season? Here against Grant. It's like the scheduling people had a little bit of inside information, but we'll leave that to the skepticism for you fans at home. In the winter, New Horizons clears snow for residential and commercial properties. In the spring and summer, they care for your landscape. Trust the area's reliable and premier landscapers to care for your property. Trust New Horizons Landscaping with all of your landscaping needs. We'll get to the Cook's Tree Service Timber Report here in just a moment. We'll have our JD Fit starting lineups just before tip-off, and the man is back. Math Man Fox will be on the mic. Can't wait to get him back on the broadcast. Coming off of a good Ferris State women's soccer season. Good to have him in the building once again from the break. And we'll obviously get to the Dazos Digital stat breakdown, which we can take a look right now. Obviously, Newaygo comes in 4-4 overall. 2-0 on the road as opposed to 2-4 in their very gym. So obviously not their best play overall this season. Last year's squad was a very competitive team, 16-9 overall. They did it on the road as well, 8-5 in games away from Newaygo. 38-mile drive down in the snow, or I should say up in the snow, to get here to Big Rapids. And it's been a while since Newaygo has taken down Big Rapids. We'll get the date to you in just a minute. But the fact of the matter is, Newaygo's in last year's game. It was a 15-point margin, I believe, near the end of the season. Yep. It was back and forth for part of that game, and they're going to have some athletes on the floor tonight. Yep, absolutely. They do have a couple of injuries that we'll mention towards as we get going here.
But some guys I remember, Hunter Yurcevich, I believe he's left-handed, shoots the ball reasonably well. A couple of guys coming up from the JV team, Blake Sanborn, Isaiah Miedema, who did give our JV team problems last year. I think beat us twice. And, Russell Toth and Ethan Rayburn, both senior guys who have played some minutes for Newaygo. The Newaygo's MO is that they're always athletic. They always play exceptionally hard. They do a really good job of executing. And, Coach Jason Long is one of the good ones. One of my favorite guys to talk to. You know how coaches just get to talking in the league. He's a guy that Math Man Fox coached soccer against when Newaygo was in their golden age of soccer. Coach Long was the soccer coach as well. He's also the baseball coach at Newaygo. Does a little bit of everything, but an awesome guy. Always has his guys ready to play when they come here.
Absolutely. He's a great coach. He also coached football, I believe, for a little bit of time as well before Ralph Munger took over the program. So you know that he is going to have a lot of athletes here. But Dezos Digital, speaking of which, for those that are looking to get their business on the right foot forward, heading into 2025. Check out Dezos Digital. You can target your potential customers with ads on streaming TV, as well as YouTube, Spotify, and Pandora. They can help plan, produce, and execute the campaign tailored to your business to help it grow. Visit DezosDigital.com for more information. Timeout Newaygo on the floor. Here's the girls varsity continues on. Final 4 minutes. Cardinals lead big by 19 right now, looking to get that top spot in the conference standings. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more of the Dezos Digital stat breakdown as we preview the Lions and Cardinals coming up next right here on WBRN.
The Detroit Red Wings return to the ice this season on WBRN.
Now the Wings trying to bump it forward. Here's a breakaway for Christian Fisher. Moves in, he shoots, he scores!
Motown looks to motor to the postseason after coming up one game short last year.
Ito with a centering attempt. Kreider with a chance. Beautiful leg pad save right there by line.
Join Ken Cal and Paul Woods each and every game on 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. For the weekly Red Wings broadcast schedule, visit WBRN.com.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS, anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
TikTok, YouTube, Hulu, get your business where customers are watching an average of 24 hours of content each week. Dezos Digital curates campaigns for your business for your goals, targets, and budgets. Video content creation may seem daunting, but Dezos Digital can see you through the trees. Short form, long form, drone, Dezos Digital can get you looking good in front of your customers consistently and effectively. Dezos Digital, navigating your business through the digital wilderness. Visit DezosDigital.com for more.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Time for the full Dezos Digital stat breakdown presented by Dezos Digital. Looking at the Cardinals this year, 6-2 overall, 4-1 in this very building, 2-1 on the road. And overall, it's been a great start of the season for the Cards entering 2025. Despite going into the break with a little bit of a stutter, 2 of their last 3 games have had those 2 L's against Cedar Springs and Kennewa Hills. But especially from that Saturday game with Kennewa Hills, their most recent game, there was really some observation. The Cardinals had a chance to win that game. Yep. Late run from Kennewa Hills, and especially the number one thing, playing that back-to-back after a dominant night at Reed City, where they were able to put up 75 points. They ended up falling to Kennewa Hills 61-53. And that was a game that those guys, they were very gassed in the second half. Gabe Njenga, especially, as you mentioned, Blake, watching that game, a lot of those guys lost their legs, and some of the shots just weren't falling down the stretch, especially after that 7-0 run out of the Cardinal timeout. The Knights were able to run away with that one. But overall, the games that the Cardinals have done well this year have been the games where they haven't turned it over. Tri-County and Reed City especially, two of the most dominant wins of the season. 7 turnovers against Tri-County and only 5 against Reed City. Cedar Springs, they turned it over 12 times, and Kennewa Hills tied for the second most in the season at 16.
Okay.
They gave the basketball away too much at Kennewa Hills, and I think what especially, and you pointed this out, and I'll let you run with it, a lot of early looks that weren't falling, but they continued to try it.
Yeah, anytime we talked about Reed, the last time they played Reed City, 9 of 14 from the three-point line in the first half. The hoop looked like it was a hula hoop. It was so big for them. And then, I watched that game after I wasn't there, obviously. Watched the game after the fact just to see what had happened. And took a lot of shots early in possessions where maybe it was one pass, maybe it was no passes. Whoever brought the ball up the floor was going to go one-on-one and try and score. They had upwards of a dozen, maybe more than a dozen possessions like that pretty early. And taking some shots that guys that you don't see him normally take. Cole Heist is very much a three-point shooter and a guy who's been actually really effective in the post and getting to the rack. He was settling for some mid-range jump shots, and then you had Liam McLaughlin settling for some tough fadeaway mid-range jump shots. And Gabe Jenga, a guy who can rise above everybody, kind of settled as well. And you could tell that they were tired. They were still kind of on that high from beating Reed City. The effort was there, but again, it's hard to play back-to-back games, especially when you have to get up and travel all the way to Grand Rapids to play a really interesting game because they're down 10 early in the half, the first half, and they claw back and tie it. And then they called that late timeout, like you pointed out, and just didn't execute out of it, turned the ball over, and that's kind of what started Kennewa Hill's last run. But again, a lot of the guys were tired. It's hard to play back-to-back. Even though these kids are young and they can get up and down with the best of them, to play 2 games back-to-back in less than 24 hours is not the easiest thing to do, and it caught up to the Cardinals. But again, you go out and you travel and play against the Kennewa Hills because they're a good team with good athletes, a good program, and it's just a good litmus test. It's an NPR booster, a little bit of everything for them. And I think you feel okay losing that one the way you did. You played hard. You had a lot of opportunities. You had an opportunity to win it on the road. And it just didn't happen. But again, sitting at top of the league right now, unfortunate that you lose, but you'll take 6-2 going in the break. Most teams in the state would.
Absolutely, and you would have to imagine Kennewa Hills, a team that's 4-4 right now, maybe even 4-5 with their last result. They're going to be a double-digit win team with that potential, so that's going to help in NPR points. Speaking of NPR, 4-7-9 where the Cardinals stand right now. Newaygo 4-1-0, so close in that proximity, even though the Cardinals have 2 more wins than the Lions this year. As the girls varsity, the Horton Sounds, 45-30, your final score. The Cardinals are at the top of the CSAA standings with a victory. Congrats to Coach Heist as that group takes over sole possession of that top of the table. Undefeated conference season so far. Congratulations to the Cardinals girls varsity team. But I think especially looking at where Big Rapids stacks up, overall, offensively, both teams very similar. Big Rapids coming in 58.9 points per game offensively. Newaygo scores about 54. The defense this year feels like it's been the difference, especially in those dominant wins. 48.8 the Cardinals have given up this year. Newaygo, they've been very susceptible defensively. 60.2 they've given up on the year. The Cardinals may have a really good opportunity to score the basketball, and if they can play defensively to their potential and they can knock down shots, they're going to be a heavy favorite tonight.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit before the show started. Absolutely. I think the Cardinals are the heavy favorite in this one. They're going to have probably the best 2 players on the floor in Cole Heist and Gabe Jenga. And have given up 60 points a game, giving up 15 a quarter as a team. That's really, really tough to do at the high school level. The Cardinals, we've said it several times, they defend very well. They mix up their looks. They bother people, in the full court and in the half court. So looking forward to watching them, come out of the break, and this is their first game out of the break to see if there's any rust. It's actually kind of fortunate because in years past we've actually played on the Monday right after break to be able to go to school, have 4 practices, and then get in there and be able to play. I'm hoping that there's not a whole lot of rust for the Cardinals this game tonight. Looking forward to watching them play. Should be a good one.
Should be a good one indeed. Last time Newaygo upset Big Rapids, Rapids. Took us a little bit to remember and look back. January 4th, 2019. Blake, you remember that game? It was an overtime game. Had a chance to win. It went to overtime. Eventually lost that game. But we were able to get back at home, beat them by 5. But I think especially the number one thing for Big Rapids so far with this team, when they play well at the start of ending games, they have been a very, very good basketball team. You look at it in a sandwich metaphor, right? The bread has been the struggle point. Yes. First and fourth quarters overall in scoring differential, 24.4 to 23.8. Very tight 50-50 toss-up who wins quarters. But second and third, right in the meat of the sandwich or peanut butter and jelly, whatever you prefer, 29.8 to 22.4. They've got it done going into and coming out of the half. But starting and ending the game is where they need to improve, a la that loss to Kennewa Hills. Yeah, the loss to Kennewa Hills, down 19-9 in the first quarter, makes it really difficult. You have to claw back. And then, down by 19 early in the first quarter against Cedar Springs, another really tough hole to dig yourself out of. You look at, we were talking earlier about the Washington-Michigan State game last night. It happens to everybody. If you don't come out guns a-blazing, playing well, you can get yourself into a hole that's impossible to dig yourself out of. And the Cardinals found a way to dig themselves out against Kennewa Hills, which is something that you can hang your hat on a little bit. You hate to lose, but at least you can learn some lessons from it. Because Cedar, they played them straight up for 3 quarters. It was just that one quarter where they struggled. So yes, you gotta. What we're hoping is in the new year, the Cardinals will play for 4 quarters from here on out for their last 14 regular season games, and then hopefully make a run in districts and into regionals and further. All-time record between these two teams. The Birds have had some very good luck. 20-3 against Newaygo all time. So obviously favored in the matchup. Shooting about 43% from the field this year. The rebounding has been a little bit down. The assist numbers have been up the last couple of games, but we will wait and see how that turns out. A pair of 16-win teams a year ago. Getting set to get underway in just about 12 minutes here in Cardinal Arena. We'll be back after this break right here on WBRN.
Same make, same model, same diagnostic issues.
Why does my car always tell me there's something wrong? Even after I installed my extra D800 neural net processor, it still says my alternator is overheating.
But sometimes things aren't always what they seem.
Johnson's Automotive fixes electrical issues on any make and model.
With the help of Johnson's Automotive Napa-certified techs, the T800 is back on track to complete his mission.
This time, I'm back for good.
Johnson's Automotive. Schedule service online at johnsonsautob.com.
American Legion Post 98 Baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gielchak, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rakoff, and Brody Osaski return along with Newaygo's Russell Toft, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzgert, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Mold and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
The ASE Blue Seal of Excellence Award for auto repair is not easy to earn, and there's just one repair shop in the area that has received it. Quality Car and Truck Repair. Call or make your appointment online today. 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Back to Cardinal basketball on WBRN.
Welcome back here in Big Rapids. Lions and Cardinals about ready to get underway in just under 10 minutes. We'll go to our Cook's Tree Service Timber Report presented by Cook's Tree Service. Big Rapids trust Cook's Tree Service for all tree removal needs. Call 796-2908. That's 2908 for more information. Also, stick around. Later on, we'll have our BRPS player of the game. Afterwards, it'll be in the honors of Blake. We'll see who he picks after this game, pending who plays well. We hope they all play well. And hopefully
absolutely.
the decision's hard for you. But
yes.
The Timber Report, fans are here. The band is here. This might be the best environment we're going to see all season. And that might be a very interesting dynamic, considering this is Big Rapids' first game after a multi-week hiatus over the holidays. And so as a coach, in that perspective, what's the number one thing you think that these coaches are telling these guys going into the matchup, considering that fact?
You know, you have to consider that you're going to make some mistakes early. That's just something that's going to happen. It's going to be getting back into the ebbs and flows of the game. Monday they're probably, just going through the basics, reviewing things, because kids are going to forget things over a 2-week period when you're not in the gym a whole lot. Just tell them, these are the things that we have done well all year. We need to continue to do those things well. And if we can change just a couple of things and improve on those things, we could be a really, really, really good team going down the stretch. You're going to see, I'm not sure if Newaygo played on Tuesday, if I'm being honest. I think they may have. They've got a game under the belt, so they've probably already knocked off some of that rust. You just got to say the big thing is let's defend, because that's something that you can always control is your effort defensively. You can't always control if the ball goes in the hole, but if you play defense, rebound the basketball, get out and run, get some easy buckets, you're going to find yourself with a lot of opportunities to score the basketball as well as to build that confidence that you were building before break.
Yes, Newaygo played on Tuesday, and they're going to want to probably forget the result, playing a tough Montague team, losing at their place 71-42. But as you mentioned, knocking off the rust is almost just as important coming out of the holiday break and the hiatus for sure. And we do forget things, right? I forgot that white shoes does not mix with snow. You would think it would go together. They're pretty much as brown as you could ever imagine to this point. My mother is probably thinking, he needs the washing machine. When I get home tonight, the answer is big, fat yes. But we'll get to the Coach's Corner here in just a moment. But before we do that, big thanks to those that support this broadcast. Those include but aren't limited to Dazos Digital, Big Rapids, DailyNews.com, Post 98, American Legion Baseball, Cook's Tree Service, Menards, JD Fit, New Horizon Landscaping, Quality Car and Truck Repair, Extremely Clean Power Wash and Painting, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, Moto the Maconsasoa Transit Authority, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, as well as Johnson's Automotive Repair, Big Rapids Public Schools, and the Big Rapids Virtual School. With that, we will take you to the Coach's Corner inside the huddle with assistant coach Jason Kostecki on the matchup with the Lions. Coach, thank you so much for joining us here on the Coach's Corner. Obviously, first and foremost, congrats on the JV win last night. Newaygo, obviously a team that you guys have played and had success over the last couple years. Just based on what you've seen, scouting report-wise, what can you expect the Lions are going to throw your way tonight?
Yeah, so, watching a couple of different game films, they do throw a press on. Obviously, will they press us? I don't know. We're a little more athletic than some of their teams that they've pressed. So we have been preparing for that. They do switch between a man and a 2-3 zone. So they throw a few different wrinkles at you and angles. So we've been preparing for anything. And we know that Newaygo, and like everybody else, is going to give us their best shot. And might come up with something new. Who knows?
For sure. And when it comes to getting back from the holiday break, obviously it takes a while to get back into that game shape a little bit, even though you guys are practicing here and there. Just based on practices so far, how are the guys looking coming back from the break?
Yeah, a little out of shape to start with, which everybody expects. Obviously, it was kind of a weird layoff for us. We played that Saturday against Kenowa Hills, and it's, basically 3 weeks since we've had a contest. So it's almost like the preseason over again. It's hard to keep high school kids focused for that long on practicing and beating up on each other. So I think they're excited about tonight. They're ready to go. They know it's another conference game. So I think good things are going to happen.
Absolutely, and it sounds like we're going to see a good crowd on hand, especially with the students being back around and in town with school in session. Just talk about what it means to be at home, not only to start the break, but to do it on your home floor.
Yeah, it's always nice to be home. That the girls' game that's going to before ours should be in all rights a thriller. Obviously, two teams that are undefeated in the league for girls, so that'll be a good stage setter for what should be a good night of basketball with the students being back. It's cold out. It's supposed to snow. So what else is people going to do but get in the gym tonight?
Absolutely. And looking back to the first 8 games of the year, and specifically the last 4, you guys have done a better job at taking care of the ball in wins. 7 turnovers, I believe, against Tri-County and 5 against Reed City, as opposed to 12 and 16 against Cedar Springs and Kennewa Hills with the losses. What's the biggest key for you guys, especially trying to take care of the ball more and earn more out of each possession?
I think really the biggest message we've been trying to tell our kids is play within ourselves. We do want to play quick and get out and run, but quick and running also isn't playing erratic and throwing the ball away. So if we can get more possessions offensively, it will help. Obviously, Kennewa Hills, that was a turnover was a killer. We were up 2. We come out of a timeout, drew something up, threw the ball away. They scored. We come down the next possession, threw the ball away. They hit a 3. So it was a 7-point swing in a matter of a minute and a half, and we turned the ball over twice. So if we can really, on the stretch here, take care of the ball, play better defense, I think we're going to set ourselves up to be very successful.
For sure. And obviously, coming off the break, we might necessarily see some of those starting players get back to their groove, or maybe there's a chance that we see a new face as a potential breakout candidate. Who do you think is going to have a big night, just based on what Newaygo shows as well as what you've seen from them over the break?
I think a kid that's hasn't played to up to the potential that we know he can and is due for a breakout game is Ty Galchik. I think he's been working hard, and I think he's got I think it's his night tonight. I think he's going to dominate on the inside, get some putbacks, and really he's the player of the game tonight, I think.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much. Last, before you go, what are the keys to victory in order to take down the Lions tonight in conference play?
Control our emotions. Obviously, not playing for 3 weeks. We're going to be hyped up, emotional, probably a little nervous. Control those emotions, take care of the ball, and play defense are the 3 keys to tonight's win.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Coach, and good luck tonight against the Lions.
Hey, appreciate it, and go Cards.
There you have it. Thanks to Jason Kostecki, the assistant coach, joining us here on the Coach's Corner. And I love that he acknowledged the fact that they were obviously in the situation, Big Rapids against Kennewa Hills, to win that game. That's the confidence you need to bring into this game. And I'm glad he brought up Ty. Ty is a guy that does not get enough credit for the way that he plays. I mean, filling up the stat sheet, looking at that Kennewa Hills game, he had 9 points, 10 rebounds, and that's something that especially we saw in the Reed City game as well. He can do it in a multitude of different ways, passing the ball, getting rebounds, and even hitting outside shots. He is a true triple threat on both sides of the floor, and he could have a big second half if he can find his rhythm and consistency the rest of the way.
Yeah, and he's still, I think the 3 weeks off definitely helped him. He was still nursing an injury against Reed City and Kennewa Hills. So to have 9 and 10 against a good club like that, especially they played a 2-3 zone, Big Rapids did for most of that game, and Ty was on the wing. So for him to get 10 rebounds out of that is a little bit different because he's used to being in the middle of that zone, but you put Gabe because he's a 6'8 shot blocker and a racer in there. He does, like you said, a little bit of everything. He's a guy that can get you 13 and 12, but he also can get you 4 assists, 4 steals, a couple of blocks. And he's an awesome kid for what it's worth. He's got an enthusiasm for life. Every time I see him every day, he's got a huge smile on his face. An awesome kid, and he has been successful. Without him, the team does definitely struggle. I think he's definitely a kid that could go off at any given point, especially, you see his zone, get a couple of offensive rebounds, get some putbacks, and get himself going.
A guy that's averaged 7 points a game, 8.5 boards, and almost 3 assists in 22 minutes per game this season. Pretty incredible stuff from 43. He might be one of our 5 starters. If you're a betting man, I would assume he
would assume
is.
So.
We'll have our JD Fit starting lineups coming up after the national anthem. The area's best athletes trade at JD Fit. Go to jdfit.com for more information. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Mathman Fox is coming up next after this break. Starting lineups and opening tip-off from Cardinal Arena after this here on WBRN.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to Wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit motaonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
Michigan Primary Care Partners is thrilled to announce they are now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for acute issues. Avoid a costly trip to the ER and see your primary care provider right here in Big Rapids. Additionally, the Michigan Primary Care Partners in-house pharmacy is open on Saturdays for all your medication needs. Michigan Primary Care Partners is here to help you get and stay healthy. Find Michigan Primary Care Partners in Big Rapids, Canadian Lakes, Reed City, and always online at MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. A lot more.
Like?
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything, not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today. JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids is where you go to get fit. Are you a gym loaner? Do you need your workout but want your space to work? Or do you want one-on-one workout help? Whatever your workout needs, JD Fit can help you get fit. Stop in downtown Big Rapids or find them online at getjdfit.com.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
The ASE Blue Seal of Excellence Award for auto repair is not easy to earn, and there's just one repair shop in the area that has received it. Quality Car and Truck Repair. Call or make your appointment online today. 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
You're listening to News Radio WBRN, 1460 AM, 107.7 FM, and 96.5 FM. A part of the Big Rapids Media Network, and your home for Big Rapids Cardinal basketball.
A beautiful rendition of our nation's anthem, and with that, we send it to Math Man Fox with our starting lineups between the Lions and the Cardinals.
And now let's meet the starting lineups for today's game between the Newaygo Lions and your Big Rapids Cardinals. First for the Lions, a junior, number 2, Blake Sanborn. A junior, number 3, Isaiah Miedema. A senior, number 22, Hunter Yursevich. A senior, number 24, Russell Toth. And a senior, number 30, Ethan Rayburn. The head coach of the Lions is Jason Long. And now for the Cardinals. A senior, number 2, Jerice Moten. A junior, number 3, Cole Heist. A junior, number 4, Liam McLaughlin. A senior, number 24, Gabe Njenga. And a senior, number 43, Ty Gilchick. The head coach of your Cardinals is Kent Ingalls.
And there you have it, folks. Thanks to Mathman Fox himself for getting us our starting 10. We got officials huddled up in orange basketball. That bounces to the proper height of an elbow at standing height. 2 rims at 10 feet apiece. It's that time. Newaygo Big Rapids set to get underway here in Cardinal Arena. It'll be Njenga against Yursevich for the tip. Correction, that's Russell Toth. Will have the honors to try to out-jump 24 in white. It's a win for Njenga, but it goes to the Lions, and we are underway. It'll be Miedema to carry it against Cole Heist on the top. Man-to-man look for Coach Ingalls and company defensively. Around the corner, this is Yursevich, the lefty, lays it in against Ty Gilchick. That was a confident drive there from Hunter Yursevich, the senior.
Yeah, he's a guy, returning player for him. Can't let him get to his left hand and get downhill.
He's a very talented player, a heck of a football player for those Reed City fans, as he had a long touchdown pass this past campaign at the tight end spot and receiver spot. Cardinals working against a zone here from Newaygo in the opening set, trying to get it down low for Njenga. Little bit of contact. He gets the pass back. Up top rotates to Cole Haist. He'll carry it here from the top of the 2-3. Almost looks like a 2-1-2. Looking at the way that Toth is going back and forth at the free throw line. Nice pass underneath. Njenga drop step, throws it up. Missed it. Pulled down there by the Lions. A good look, but Gabe comes up empty on the opening possession. Newaygo working quickly to the corner. Jurcevic again to the left hand. Throws it off. This is Toth. Going on the baseline. Falls down. Lost it. Off of Gabe Njenga, it appears, by the officials. And it's going to stay Newaygo basketball. And the Cardinal Crazies, who are at their highest attendance this year, are letting them know about it in the first minute of play. Here we go with Sanborn. Long three on the way at the top. Off the back heel there from Mitema. Quick outlet. Gielczak up ahead from Haist to Mountain and lays it in. A transition score for Big Rapids. Newaygo's going to try their hand in the transition. Gielczak got a piece of it, but it went off of his foot on a kick. That's a good call there from that official.
Yeah, that's what we talked about pregame right there. Get out and run. Get some easy buckets to get yourself going. Good job by Jarice running the floor there and Cole finding him.
Newaygo on the inbounds. They get it into the corner. Surveying good defense there from Haist. So rotate it back up top. Working now into a zone. Coach Ingles moving that defense around. Always keeping the opposing offense on their heel. Toth will fire from the free throw line. He comes up empty. Good board there from Njenga. Rips it off the glass. Liam downhill, lost it. Great pass to Gielczak. Oh, but he can't score it. Ty gets it back. He'll put it up, and he'll put it in. 4-2 Cards, and a steal off the inbound. McLaughlin drop step, layup is short. Battling for it, Newaygo's got it. Heck of a steal, but not able to capitalize was McLaughlin. Down the sideline, looking for some real estate as Jurcevic trapped in the corner. Good pass up top just to find somebody. Fires up a mid-range, no good from Rayburn. Bouncing ball taken there. Now Moten's got it. Working 1-on-3. He's going to slow it up behind his back. Evade the line defense. Hands to Njenga. Offense will start here for the Cards. Njenga down towards the short corner. Wrapping around. Good skip pass. Haist for three. In and out. No good. Good box out by Newaygo. And a foul is called, and it is going to be on Newaygo. I was wondering on the contact with Gielczak. Both those guys were kind of wrapped up, tied up, and Newaygo's going to pick up their first foul of the contest.
Looks like he had a handful of Ty's jersey there, not letting him move. Easy call for the official there.
Register to win a brand new F-150. Save big money only at Menards. Haist will throw it in on the inbounds, so rotate it up here for Moten. They try to get it to Njenga right away. He wasn't ready. He was double-teamed. McLaughlin down the hill, over and across. Fake pass. Gielczak now back down to McLaughlin. Works against a double-team. Gets it to Cole. Drives inside. Kick pass. Njenga. Nice shot fake. Down the hill. Back to Cole. Wing three. Got it! Schuberg, three-point shot there from Cole Haist, his first of the game. 7-2 Cardinals in the first 3 minutes. Newaygo trying to make an answer. Open shot at the top. Jurcevic wide left. Didn't draw any iron. He's going to hear the air ball for quite some time from the Crazies. They've been great already through the girls' game, and they're continuing that momentum. Downhill towards the block, turned away. Good defense there by Haist on Mitema. Going inside the paint, back up top. Newaygo trying to find any real estate. Backing down, good defense from Moten once again here over by Rayburn. Newaygo will reset up top. Jurcevic, stop, pop, elbow, got it. That's a tough jump shot there. It was a great contest, but a nice job there to score by Jurcevic. A foul on the carry across half court as Haist was fouled. There looked like just behind the play was Mitema trying to catch up and grabbed a little bit of Cole's jersey. That's going to lead to our first timeout as Newaygo will take the stoppage. 7-4 our score, 4:38 to go here in the first quarter. We'll step aside, back with more Cardinal basketball after this right here on WBRN.
TikTok, YouTube, Hulu, get your business where customers are watching an average of 24 hours of content each week. Dasos Digital curates campaigns for your business for your goals, targets, and budgets. Video content creation may seem daunting, but Dasos Digital can see you through the trees. Short form, long form, drone, Dasos Digital can get you looking good in front of your customers consistently and effectively. Dasos Digital, navigating your business through the digital wilderness. Visit dasosdigital.com for more.
Back to the floor we go. Njenga will throw it in right in front of the scorer's table. All timeouts presented by Moda. Rides to Wellness. Moda provides reliable transportation as far as 100 miles for medical appointments. Find out more at modaonline.net. Cardinals will work against the zone once again here from Newaygo as that ball goes out of bounds off a deflection. Cardinals will retain possession. 4:24 to go here in the first if you're just joining us. They're here on WBRN.com, the mobile app, or on 96.5, 1460 AM. 7-4 our score in favor of the Cards here at home this Friday night. The first game for the Cardinals in 2025.
Cardinals have got to find a way to get the ball into the middle of the zone.
Bottom, big time hit from Haist again. He sinks it from downtown, and you are absolutely right. Although it was splashdown there for Cole Haist, they need to get the ball inside on that zone. A foul called on the floor. We'll see who it's going to be registered to after that three-point shot from Haist. It'll be on McLaughlin, so that'll be his first foul. Team's third. To the line now goes Rayburn for his first. On the way, that one is good from the Post 98 charity stripe. Donate to Post 98. The 2025 teams need your help with jerseys, hats, and travel. You can donate today. Visit 98baseball.com or contact Coach Scarpelli at the Big Rapids Media Network. Second one on the way is good there from Rayburn. Cuts the Cardinal lead 10-6 here in the first half of the first quarter.
Here you go. Cole's going to go on some baseline bumps. Going to try and find him again. Look for Ty to open up. Ball in the middle of the paint, and here we go.
There he is. Back wrap pass from Gilcheck to Haist to Moten. Now to McLaughlin. Back to Ty. Great pass to Gabe. That one just missing. Offensive board. McLaughlin thought he got fouled. Ty gets it back. No look. Cole Haist blocked for three. That's a great hustle play right there. To get out there from down in the block. Cole having a laugh about it. I mean, you have to. Jurcevic looked like he was out of the play defensively and made a great second effort to block that shot.
Jurcevic, a sneaky good athlete there. But again, the Cardinals moving the ball much better than they have in previous games. Good to see it here.
Haist almost turned it over. That's Drew Haist, who just checked in for Liam at the stoppage. Gilcheck in the corner, dives, looking for a pass. Got one. Njenga brings down the rim. Beautiful slam. A steal attempt there from Haist. Newaygo gets it back, working, throws it, picked off. Haist going the other way. 1 on 2, missed the layup. Njenga's back, tries a layup, no good. Moten with a putback, no good. Still bouncing around in the paint. Newaygo's got it. They're not out of it yet. Throws it through the wickets of Moten. Rayburn will stop it for the moment, get it to his point guard. Jurcevic, left-handed sidearm pass, gets it across. Newaygo now working 2-on-1, dissecting the press. Rayburn puts it up. That one is short, bouncing around. Back to Rayburn. Newaygo will hold it from there. A wild turn of events. Now a long three. That one short off the front iron. Swatted there by Toth. Out of bounds. It'll be a Big Rapids basketball. A lot of looks for the Cardinals in the last 30 seconds. Just not able to get it home. Newaygo crashing into the paint on every single rebound.
But the effort has been great. The Cardinals are getting the ball where they need to. They're focused on taking good shots here. They're not forcing anything. Overall, a pretty good start for the Cardinals here.
Gilcheck fills it from the elbow. That's a great shot from 43. A confident shooter. One of the top shooters this year for Big Rapids. We'll get you the clip in just a minute. As underneath, and a great layup. Toth off the pass from Jurcevic. A nice drive and dump. Gets Newaygo back within 6 with 2 minutes to go in
First
the first
rule
quarter.
of hoops. You got to stop the ball. Cardinals didn't do it there. Got the ball in the middle of the paint. Easy dump off for a layup.
Drew Haist fires. Fills it from deep. Drew Haist adds to the three-point party. 17-8 in the opening minutes here for Big Rapids. A confident shot there from the freshman down the lane. Jurcevic lays it in. Boy, he can slice and dice in penetration as he goes downhill and made every single Cardinal defender miss.
Cardinals got to find a way to just make him go right. And if he can prove that he can go right, then you got to reassess.
Gilcheck, another free throw line. That one off the back heel, no good. Pulled down there by Jurcevic. Cardinals have had quite a few rebounds in the opening minutes, averaging 32.5 this season per game. As a foul is called on the shot, it'll be against Ty. That's his first. That'll be the fourth for the Cardinals, but it will give Toth 2 chances at the line upcoming here for Newaygo. Subs coming in here at the table. Once we get the first one on the way, it is up, and it is good there from Russell Toth. Subs coming in. Newaygo will be sending on Colton Mitema. That's Isaiah Mitema's little brother. Both juniors. He'll be making his first appearance. And Lamont Belvin will check in for Big Rapids and relieve Ty Gilchek after picking up his first foul. Second one on the way, up and good from Toth. 17-12 game. Cardinals lead it here in the first quarter, 90 seconds before we get to our first break. Moten across the top. Drew Heist thought about the shot to the corner. Hits his brother downside on the baseline. Looking for a skip pass. Moten was cutting, not able to find him. Here's Cole now. Back for Drew. Fakes the skip. Back to Cole. Back to Gabe. Downhill. Bump. And scores! Right into Toth's chest. And he made him feel about it. Long pass the other way. Intended for Sanborn. He caught it. Deflected. Here we go again. Njenga with the steal. Heist up ahead. All alone. Missed the layup. Belvin's trying to battle for the rebound. And it's Newaygo basketball. That is the second puppy Cole Heist has earned the whole way and just not able to score it.
Yeah, that's one in the right spot. Just got to finish that. That's Cole. That's one that Cole will make in his sleep. Just again that rust. Right, he's going to figure it out. He'll make the next one.
Big thanks goes out to New Horizon Landscaping. They clear snow for residential and commercial properties. Trust New Horizon for your landscaping needs. Ball on the deck, stolen away. Here's Jerice Moten, a whole head of steam. Down the lane, lays it in. What a great job by Moten. Arguably the best defender the Cardinals have in their personnel, especially on ball defending. He has been great this year. And he does so again. Down the hill. Blocked away. Njenga swatted him back. 2-on-1 now. Belvin gives it off. Njenga drop step, and he scores. He tried to slam it, but not able to, but it still counts the same. 5 seconds to go. Newaygo almost steps out of bounds. Half-court trap. They throw it away, and the horn sounds. What a great start for Big Rapids through the first 8 minutes. 23-12 our score, and Blake talks about getting started on offense. This group did it here so far in the first 8.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of rust there. Maybe missed 1 or 2 bunnies, but hit 3 triples, getting the ball in the paint, making some mid-range jump shots, finding Gabe in an advantageous position. But the scoring's pretty spread out. Cole's got 9, Jerice has got 4, Gabe with 6, and Ty with 4. So you'll take that. Now it's a pick your poison type of thing for the Lions.
Right now, everything working for the Cardinals. We'll step aside. Back with the second quarter after this, right here on WBRN.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
This is Junior Cole Heist, and you're listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Welcome back here to Big Rapids. 23-12 our score after 1. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here on News Radio WBRN. Thanks for tuning in. And Blake, so far, there's been no match for the outside shooting. The Cardinals have been able to score it. And especially Gabe Njenga has a massive, massive size advantage, and he's taken advantage of it in the first 8 minutes.
Yeah, anytime Gabe's finding the ball in the paint, whenever he rises up, they can't even get close to his elbows. And he's taken full advantage of that. And I'd like to see him get in there in the mix and being physical, something that he has really worked on. Outstanding first quarter for the Cardinals.
Njenga in the short corner, back out for Cole Heist. Drew Heist's pass was picked off, going the other way, and Newaygo will lay it up. Oh, left it short. A missed layup the other way now. Newaygo botches their first bucket underneath. Drew Heist had it stolen away. Maybe try number 2. Njenga's hustling down the floor. Looks for it. Blocked away. Moten grabbed it, but a foul is called. We'll see who it's on as the layup attempt from Mitema. That's Colton Mitema. was not going off the top of the rim as he just really put that one up too strong off the window. But they're going to rule it's Newaygo basketball. Virtue of a foul, it looks like.
Jerice on the rebound, going over the back.
Which he's a jumpy guy, and so you give that up sometime. Big shot from Jurcevic right off the inbound. Boy, this kid is playing well for Newaygo right now. He cuts the deficit to 8.
He's been the lone bright spot for the Newaygo Lions tonight, doing a little bit of everything to keep his team in it.
Cole Haist around the perimeter here for Moten. Back over to Cole Haist, over to Drew in the corner, now to Gabe. Great pass. Cole Haist, spot up at the top. Bottom! Huge splash for Cole Haist, and it puts it back to 11. That's a huge shot from Cole Haist.
You know, great catch and shoot for Cole there. And the big thing is they're working through Gabe. Gabe can see over everybody. He's picking apart that zone, finds an open shooter for an easy bucket.
Driving now is Mitema. Long pass back out. They get it in the hands of Sanborn. Now he has trouble. Moten stole it away. Heist thought about it up ahead to Drew. Now he gets it to Gabe. Gabe downhill, lays it up, lays it in. An assist for Heist and a score for Njenga as he adds to his tally. Picked off. Moten read the pass beautifully. Heist spot up 3. No, too strong off the back heel. Almost an absolute monstrous 3. The crowd reaction would have been crazy. Mid-range the other way, missed by Newaygo off the fingertips of Colton Mitema. Good board there from Belvin. Heist will push down the lane, looks for the skip pass. Got it. Corner 3 on the way. Njenga too short. Good rebound from Belvin. Moten was up top. Great pass again. Cole now in the corner. That one's too long. Newaygo battling for it. Toth plucks it out of the air. 5:55 to go. Cardinals lead at 28-15. Jurcevic will bring it across. Cardinals working that man-to-man again, trying to see if they can get some of these steals. Great defense in the corner there against Colton Mitema. Once again, Jerice Moten continually being active, perimeter defense. Newaygo trying to go somewhere in the hands of the brother Mitema. Taken away. Drew Heist just plucked it out of the hands of Sanborn. Njenga thought about the pass to Belvin, just missed the window. Here's Drew Heist. He's going to rotate at Moten now for Cole Heist. Trying to dissect the zone now. He'll drive. Kick pass. Njenga. Corner 3. That one is short. Rebound there by Toth. He'll get in the hands of his point guard. Cardinals hit a couple late in the first quarter, but now it's cooled off a little bit.
You'll live with that shot, though. Cole Heist does a great job of getting 2 feet in the paint, looking for the kick. Gabe with a wide open look. It doesn't fall. You'll take those shots, though.
Jurcevic will fire that one off the wide side. That one will bounce into the hands of Moten. Cole Heist will take it from him now. 4:52 to go in the opening half of play. Here's Heist downhill. Lob pass for Njenga. Goes up strong and scores.
Easy bucket there again. Cole attacks the paint, finds Gabe. Gabe with an easy bunny there to put the Cardinals up by 15.
Stolen away. Drew Heist again gets a hand down and over to Njenga. Drew to Cole. Down low. Oh, but he thought he was fouled. Cole will score it anyway on the offensive board. He was clearly grabbed, but he shorted the miss. Goes right to him and puts it back. 32-15 our score. The Heist to Heist connection puts the lead to 17. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this right here on WBRN.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Y'all listening to Big Rapids. Cardinal basketball on WBRN.
32-15 our score here in Big Rapids. It's been offensively. Everything is rolling for the Cardinals, getting in open looks. They might not have fell, but the defense has really been a big difference here in the first half against Newaygo, turning turnovers into points. Back to the zone, 1-3-1 look here for the Cardinals. In the corner, Rayburn chased off the line, lost it. McLaughlin up ahead, going to try to throw it to Drew. Up ahead, tried to save it, throws it behind his back. Ty with the catch. Up top for Cole Heist. He's going to fire. Oh, goodness. Fills it from downtown. Schuberg Insurance Agency. 3-point shot off a great hustle play from Gilchek to find Heist up top.
Cole has not hit the rim yet on all of his made triples. That net's gonna start catching on fire like NBA Jam here pretty soon. The way that he's shooting the ball.
In Fuego, indeed. An answer, and who else but Jurcevic? He has a large number of his points for Newaygo right now, leading with 12 out of the 18 Newaygo points in the first half. Gilchek, skip pass. They found Cole again. He'll fire again. That one is short. Bouncing over to Drew Haist on the offensive glass. McLaughlin skips it over to Gilchek. Cole, another. Got it! Big time hit again. He is hot right now.
It's like shooting practice for him right now. Catch, shoot, in rhythm, a shooter's dream.
38-18 our score. Long one from Jurcevic. That one goes short. Gilchek, a little lax on it, gets an offensive board and a score right there from Rayburn. Gilchek just turned his head. Newaygo crashing downhill for the offensive glass, and they get it. Cole Haist now over to his brother Drew. Now up top. Gilchek thought about it, working against a much shorter defender there at Maidama. Njenga's going to have a try. That one front iron, no good. Lost it for a minute. McLaughlin just snatched it and draws a foul. So he'll go to the post 98 charity stripe. Good to see Liam getting aggressive on the glass. Him and Moten especially are guys that can crash and make plays even if the shots aren't falling.
Yeah, a great job by Liam there. In position, the ball's juggled a little bit by Newaygo. He takes it from him and then earns his way to the line. I saw him make a couple free throws against Kinawa Hills. And he's continuing that run here. The early season struggles. Maybe 2025 he's going to start making some free throws.
First one is good from the charity stripe. Njenga as well as Drew Haist will check off. In and out on the second one there from McLaughlin. Isaac Wilhelm as well as Ashton Folkema in for Big Rapids. 19-point lead here in the first half as a foul is called by the official, and it's going to be on Ashton Folkema there on the top of the defense. Think he tried to reach in too far. There's the other man going downhill, tried to swat at the basketball, collected the arm instead. Second foul for Big Rapids.
Good to see Isaac Wilhelm and Ashton Folkema get some run here. Guys who are the future juniors. Really excited to watch them contribute and continue to grow.
Handoff, Folkema defending against Rayburn. Goes behind his back, almost lost it. Up top now for Jurcevic. Downhill, going from the free throw line. Off the backboard, no good. Gilchek pulls the miss. Baseball pass ahead for Haist now. Going downhill to the left hand, puts it up and draws the contact. Not able to score. We'll wait and see if it's on the floor or in the act of shooting. It looks like it will be upcoming free throws for Cole Haist, who has had a good start to the year from the free throw line individually so far on the season, shooting at a clip at about 69%, just about 70, and he makes the first 40-20 our score. Big thanks goes out to Extremely Clean. All rebounds tonight are presented by Extremely Clean. Clean up professionally, prepare to paint, as well as paint any surface in your home with the experts at Extremely Clean. Second is good from Haist. Extends the lead to 21. He'll give way, and Owen Craven will check onto the floor for Big Rapids. 2:07 to go here in the half. Stick around, we'll have our halftime report. Get you some potential scores around the league once they're sent in, especially from the girls' varsity games. Some of the varsity games will be done before the conclusion of this one due to the girls' game delay early on in the evening. Folkema defending there against Jurcevic. Great job on the ball. Craven now defends, going after downhill to the left hand. Spin around, fadeaway jump shot. Off the back heel, a tough shot from Maidama. Just goes off the back heel. Craven will carry across half court, but he double dribbled in the process as Owen looking with displeasure. And it looked like it collected his thigh as he was trying to get the basketball back up to him, and the official called it. So turnover for Big Rapids. Will go back to defense.
It's only their second turnover of the game, though. High school basketball, if you have one turnover in a quarter, you're doing a fantastic job.
We talked about that on the pregame. Is a miss there from Jurcevic. Offensive board for Newaygo. Downhill, Maidama once again over Toth, driving under the cup and scores. Count the foul as well. They're calling a block as Gilchek was confused because they thought they called it on him, but it's actually against Wilhelm. So still a little confuzzled over there, but he'll have time to think about it as Toth will go to the line for a three-point play. 41-22 our score. Cardinals lead final 80 seconds of the half, and now make it 41-23. Newaygo cuts it to 18, but so far, right now, they're trying to put out a fire with a blanket. They're going to need a little more firepower if they're going to try to get back at the end of the half. Here's McLaughlin against the zone. Craven reverses it over. Gilchek is out on the perimeter with Wilhelm at the center. He's going to rotate around the free throw line. Gilchek's got it. He's going to fire. Oh, he hit it. Big man can shoot threes, too, and so can 4-3. He fills it on his first attempt.
You know, the new age of basketball. Big man got to go out and be able to stretch the floor. Ty, a perfect example of that, shooting the ball from deep really, really well this year so far.
He certainly is. A long three, that one missing. Toth grabs the board and gets the foul. Wilhelm looks in disgust as he was just out of position. It bounced right to Toth. So he'll get some free throws upcoming from the post-98 charity stripe. Ty Gilchek this year, that is his 8th made three on 18 tries. One of the highest numbers. Wait, let me check. No, the highest number on the team. He might be a 5, but he can fill it from deep, and that's the way new basketball is.
Absolutely. I remember talking about I'm a big Spartan guy. I missed Joey Hauser last year because he was that guy that could stretch the floor. It is a luxury to have a 4 and 5 man that can shoot the jump shot, especially the way that Gabe and Ty both do.
Boy, I miss Hauser when he was in his prime. He could fill it from anywhere at any time. 37 seconds to go. Cardinals lead 44-25 off the free throws from Toth. Craven had it ripped on the baseline, tries to get it back in the corner, looks for somebody, gets it to Ty. Ty double team, lost it. Newaygo got it back. Great steal on there by Sanborn. They try to throw it up ahead, deflected, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Big Rapids basketball. Last touch by Rayburn. Great hustle, just checking in. Kobe Griffin making his appearance here on the floor, and he hasn't seen as much time this season, so it's great to see him in.
Yes.
Contest number 3 on the campaign for Kobe.
And Kobe's put in a lot of work in his game, especially this summer. He loves the game. He's always in the gym. He just stuck behind a couple of really good guards, but he's got a ton of potential.
Ball goes out of bounds. 9 seconds to go. 44-25 our score. Coach Ingles get the play call in here. Under the bucket, Gilchek will throw it in here upcoming. We'll see what they have in mind. Folkman will go around, looking for a replace, get it up top. Craven looking up top on the 2-3, trying to drive. Gets by one, kick out. Gilchek, open, got it! T.Y., let it fly, baby! 47-25 as Gilchek, second time in the last 3 games, he has hit the final 3-point shot of the half. Doesn't run into the locker room this time, but just as happy with his team up 22 over Newaygo right now.
Yeah, 23 and 24 points in the first 2 quarters. I don't know what I was talking about when I said that they may be rusty. They're like a well-oiled machine right now, moving the ball. To be honest, the Lions have no real answer for the Cardinals at this point.
It has been an offensive wild ride so far. The Cardinals with 47 first half points, and I'm counting it right now on the games that we have to this point, and I think that is a season high in a half. Just goes to show that maybe a break, as a matter of fact, might be the best thing for this group. As we got our lucky contestant on the floor, he's going to fire a 3 in and out. No, he's going to get one more look here. One final shot, just short. Great attempt there from our halftime shooter. We will step aside. We'll pay some bills. Big lead for the Cards, 47-25 at halftime. Halftime report coming up next after this right here on WBRN.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. A lot more.
Like?
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything. Not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today. JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids works to meet all fitness goals, whether it's to lose weight, get more mobile, or become a bigger, faster, stronger athlete. JD Fit specializes in custom-built workout plans for you based on your goals. Get JD Fit. Get started with a free consultation. Visit getjdfit.com.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
American Legion Post 98 baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gielczak, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilberg, John Lazinski, Carson Rakoff, and Brody Osaski return along with Newaygo's Russell Toft, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzger, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Mold and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
Have you ever wondered where to have your electric vehicle serviced or where to have your hybrid vehicle serviced? Johnson's Automotive. You'd think those vehicles would have to go to the dealership, but they don't. We service and repair hybrids and electric vehicles, serving you with honesty and integrity and, of course, technology at Johnson's Automotive. Call us 231-796-3700.
Get to the chopper. When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, your safety on the road is the priority. The maintenance and repairs we do are all to that goal. But other drivers are not always careful. So just a reminder, be safe and watch out for the other guy. 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena. Halftime in the building. The Little Tykes are having their fun on the floor right now, bringing back a lot of memories. We were all there one day, and I got to give credit to the Cardinal Crazies. They're making this very enjoyable, just cheering their absolute heads off for all the little guys on the floor right now, and it's very much entertaining. First half has certainly been entertaining here for the Cards to this point. 47-25 leaders, as we'll get into the halftime report, stat breakdown, and more. Big thanks goes out to Big Rapids Daily News. Get your local news straight in your inbox. Subscribe to email alerts, as well as visit BigRapidsDailyNews.com for more. Be sure to subscribe to The Rundown. Myself, JT Scarpelli, other local athletes and coaches give you the scoop on what's happening in high school basketball and winter sports as well. You can find it on Big Rapids Daily News and WBRN on YouTube. Shout out to Mornings with Etch on Big Country 100.9 and The Morning Rush with Aaron on Y102, your go-to drive-through morning shows on Y and Big Country, as well as the WBRN 10-minute school closing guarantee. And as always, Dazos Digital, our stat provider so far. And for Newaygo, it's been one guy so far. It's been Hunter Yurcevich to this point, Blake. It has been pretty much the offense has gone through his hands. He has scored quite a bit, but other than him, not many others filling it for Newaygo, and that's been the biggest problem offensively.
Yes. Yeah, you know, number 24, Russell Toft, does have 9 for him, but he's 5 for 5 from the free throw line. But yeah, they're living and dying with Yurcevich. He's a very nice player, but right now the Newaygo Lions are just overwhelmed. The Cardinals have more size, and the Cardinals can match them athletically and actually overmatch them athletically, as well as the Cardinals, are a little bit more highly skilled than what the Newaygo Lions are. And the Cardinals hit the ground running, got some easy buckets, got their confidence up, and then started knocking down jump shots. And Newaygo really has no answer. They're trying to play the zone to kind of mitigate the size difference. But if you're getting picked apart this badly, what do you have to do? You're going to have to go man, and then it's that pick your poison, because then you're going to post Gabe, you're going to post Ty, you're going to put Cole in the post to bully some people. And it's going to be, another tough half for the Lions. But again, it's really tough to continue that type of momentum, especially when you get that 10-minute break. But again, the Cardinals are very, very good in the third quarter as well. So this one could be, it's flirting with that. Could it get out of hand moving forward here? So look for Coach Ingles to play his starters for a while, but he's going to mix in everybody tonight. You're going to get to see some of the guys that haven't played in every game. And that's always fun for the fans, for the parents, for us to see some new guys playing and to see them experience some success as well.
Absolutely. Right now, the third quarter for Newaygo is a must-get going. Cardinals have done a great job in the third quarter. As you mentioned, 16-12, the average differential in the third frame. Do have a score to report down over in Morley, 21-20, halfway through the third quarter between the Wildcats and the Mohawks right now. That's a very interesting matchup on paper. Right now, the Mohawks have the trailing deficit at home, so we'll see how that goes in mind. We'll get you some other local scores here as we get around the grounds here on the halftime report. But especially right now, offensively, as you mentioned, Blake, shots falling for Cole from downtown. Good to see him filling it. Gilchuk as well is doing everything. Gabe's size advantage is just overwhelming Tri-County, or excuse me, not Tri-County. Right now, Newaygo. Yep. He did that against Tri-County as well at his season high in points. But overall, they've moved the ball around well. The only downside is they've missed some easy shots. But other than that, they've found some open looks, and they've made a lot of them.
And you know that high school hoops, you're going to miss some of those bunnies. It's just the way it is, especially when you've had a 3-week layoff. But, you know, you've got Cole Haist right now who is 5 for 8 from the three-point line in the first half, or 17. You'll take that any day of the week. Ty Gilchuk, 2 for 2 from the triple line. The Cardinals have hit 8 triples in the first half. That's something that Ken Ingles teams always do well, though, is that they always shoot the ball well. Everybody is starting to find that niche and find their role, and you can see it. Dries Moe knows that he's not going to shoot a lot of jump shots, but he is going to get his points from running the floor, getting steals, getting layups. Everybody's doing a great job filling their role. Really, really fun to watch the guys, play. The ball's moving from side to side. It's not stagnant like it once was, especially like against Kenowa Hills, where it was my ball, my shot. We're going to play one-on-one. Against a zone, you can't do that because you get by one guy, there's 3 more waiting for you. But if you get the ball in the middle of the zone, get it to pinch and start picking guys apart that way, just like the Cardinals have. And it does help when you've got a 6'6 center, a 6'8 swing man that can see over top of everybody. And that's what they're doing. Ball's going inside, going right back out, open jump shots, and the Cardinals make jump shots. Almost a perfect start for 2025 for the Cardinals.
Absolutely. Whole lot of this so far from deep. Score to report as well from White Cloud. This is one that I'm sure we are going to have a lot of intrigue. Obviously, we're going to see Kent City down the road. We're going to see White Cloud at home on Tuesday here in this very building. 42-29 in favor of Kent City, a team that certainly looks like the top team over in what was formerly the silver, now the white division. Yep. And they got a lot of athletes. They play good fundamental basketball. We're going to play them at their place there in what they call the nest. Obviously, we're going to have the debate on what's the best nest when it comes, because the Cardinal crazies, of course, know that it's here, but many would discrepancy as far as Kent City fans go, I'm sure, would disagree. But that's going to be a very interesting matchup. One thing we neglected to talk about in the pregame is next week for Big Rapids is going to be a gauntlet. We talked about the back-to-back before the break. They're going to have another one Monday at Fremont. Not the best team in the book, but a tough travel to play in that gym. Then back here against White Cloud the following night, a good win team, 7-win team to this point. If the result holds, they're still a 7-win team despite the loss to Kent City. And then finish it off at Grant, the number 1 team, undefeated in the conference, and overall so far, a team that has really turned some heads so far this year.
Fremont is going on their 3rd coach in about 4 years, and anytime you do that, it's really, really tough to have continuity. And it's a younger coach as well. A guy I believe was their freshman coach last year, so they're figuring it out. But they do play in that league with the Ludingtons, the Whitehalls, the Montagues of the world. So it's a little bit different. So you could be 2-9, but at the same time, you're playing teams that are proven winners, that are perennial winners, win all the time. And then, it's not an easy place to play. It never was. It never will be. It's a really weird. It feels like the fans are right on top of you because the stands are so steep. I hate going down those stairs.
Me too.
So, and then, you get zero time to prepare for a White Cloud team that has 7 wins. So a big week for the Cardinals next week, and then again, really looking forward to next Friday.
We are underway here in the second half. Newaygo goes right to work. No time wasted. Jurcevic will take it up top. 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Jurcevic to his right hand. You can tell he loves his dominant left hand. Cardinals see that in a steal. Nice job there by Gilchuk taking away the pass, and they're going to slow it down immediately. This was something I'm sure they talked about in the locker room right now with the deficit. for the Newaygo Lions in the big lead. They're going to work on some sets here just to get some looks. Heist going to roll. Oh, they tried the lob play, and it's taken away. Njenga had it snatched before he could get his hands on it to slam it, and the other way goes Rayburn with the layup. You call it the Seattle play right out of the gate. They tried just a little low on the pass from Heist. He smiles and shakes it off to go back to work offensively.
Yeah, it looked like either the ball got tipped or he got hit, but I like the creativity.
Love it. Here's Gilchek. Oh, thought about the step back. Njenga pounding inside and scores with the physicality right into the chest of Russell Toth again. Toth is a tough kid, and he's taken a couple straight to the sternum. He's gotten right back up. Gabe so far right now on the night with 12 points. Long ball, no good from Newaygo. Moten pulls down the miss. Works through a triple team. He'll bring it across the timeline. 6:37 to go in the third. Njenga downhill. Cross. Yo, what a carry, step and scores. A crafty move. Russell Toth just has nowhere to go. Njenga downhill off the shoulder, and he's loving it, smiling now defensively. 51-27. Cardinals dominating in their first game in 2025. Crossover. Moten put his hands there on Maidema.
Ooh.
It's a nice move there from Isaiah Maidema.
I think Jerice grabbed him to stay afloat.
I think he did.
He was. You don't want to put your hand on the deck there, so he grabbed him to stay afloat. You'll take the foul there instead of falling. But that's a testament to how hard Jerice plays. Sometimes that's going to happen. You get crossed up, and he's right back at it.
Long three in the corner. Chase down contest. Njenga gets the rebound. Here's Cole Heist. Great bounce pass. Gilchek lost it, though, out of his mitts. Newaygo going to go the other way now. 3-on-3. Maidema down the hill. Great pass. Toth caught in the short corner. Throws it up to nobody, but back into the hands of Yurzevic. He'll get underneath of it now.
And a lot of these errant passes are just because they have Gabe and Ty underneath, and the Newaygo Lions cannot compete and attack them on the inside because of the fear of having their shots blocked.
Pass fake and a long ball. Big time shot from the top of the arc. Off the fingertips of Isaiah Maidema. He's tried a couple of those. Hit a couple so far. Adds to his shooting percentage. 51-30 our score. Great pass. Gilchek lays it in. He would love the stuff, but it all counts the same. Great feed underneath to find 43 for an easy two.
You know, that is the prototypical way to break down a 2-3 zone textbook right there. Great job by the Cardinals.
Off the miss. Toth grabs the rebound. Off his knee, out of bounds. It will be Cardinal basketball. At least it should be from our angle. Yes, they're going to whistle. No, they're going to change the call to Newaygo. Not sure exactly who it was off of, but referees are closer to the action, and they had the better look than we did over here on the sideline. Working now over is Yurzevic. Inside of a screen, fade pass to Toth, lost it, almost out of bounds, got it back, throws it over to his point guard. Back up top now for Yurzevic, defended by McLaughlin. Swing pass, Maidema with it in his mitts. Nice pass to the elbow. Great contest there. Gilchek not letting Sanborn get a shot off. Newaygo, floater, got it. Who else? 22 adds to his total again as ball will go out of bounds. Newaygo trying to get a steal perhaps. And now Big Rapids will get it back, and they'll carry it across. Big thanks goes out to some of our great supporters, including Moda. Trips from anywhere in Macasanaso counties for as little as $1. Moda gets Misiola where you need to go safely and responsibly. McLaughlin dives inside, looks for a man, found Moten underneath, and the lay-in is good.
Great pass.
Great pass. He didn't pass it to Moten. He passed it to the spot Moten was cutting to. That's a perfect pass on the entry, and Jerice gets a deuce. Long ball from Maidema. Good again. Nothing but nylon.
Hand down, man down. You got a hand down. It's an easy jump shot for somebody in rhythm. Cardinals got to find a way to get a hand in his face.
Njenga with a floater the other way. Off the front of the iron, no good. Under 4 now here in the third. Newaygo back to Maidema. Not going to take this one. Now he's back again. Holds it. Looking for an off the dribble. Great defense from Moten, but a foul is called. He tried to grab the ball and grab the wrist instead of Maidema. I think I now know understanding why he wears 3. He likes to take those point shots. Drew Heist will check in for Moten now with his 3rd foul. So Jerice will take a breather. I'm sure we'll see him back in later on. Big thanks goes out to our other great supporters, including New Horizon Landscaping, Menards, American Legion Post 98 Baseball, Dazos Digital, and Big Rapids Daily News. In the short corner, Newaygo trying to find anything down on the short corner, but it's hard to, and 6'8" Gabe Njenga is monitoring that side of the baseline. Maidema off the dribble, fires. That one front iron, no good. Plucked there by Njenga. Cole Haist, long pass up to Drew. Drew looks, pass. Njenga not able to score it. He was too close to the bucket. Tried to lay it in. It goes off the back heel. Newaygo will push. Rayburn from the three-point line, drives. Pivot foot over to Maidema. Thought about the three, now he'll hold it. Trying to cross over, and he carried it, traveled, did something with it. I don't know what the official called, but there was a whole lot of carrying, a whole lot of steps, and not a lot of movement going north or south.
Yeah, interesting there. It looked like it's just a simple crossover. Maybe he palmed the ball. Maybe he pinned it on his hip there. Unsure what he did, but the official called it. He's got a better look than we do.
Scored a report from Chippewa Hills. It's the Warriors up 38-26 over Tri-County right now. Interesting score to monitor. Cole Haist for three. Off the front iron, no good. Battling was Gilchek, had it knocked away. Great hustle from Ty and McLaughlin. They stop Haidema and rip it from him. McLaughlin gets it back. A foul is called on the floor. They're going to say it's Cardinal basketball. So the foul is called on Maidema, who had a hold, it looks like maybe of Gilchek.
That is what we would call in soccer a professional foul. You knew that they were off and running, so you grab somebody, you hold them up, you take the whistle, and then you stop that run out, you stop that run of play. So a smart foul by Maidema there.
An intentional, unintentional foul, as some people call it in layman's terms. McLaughlin now diving to the free throw line, trying to find Belvin. Threw it off of a Newaygo Lion foot. It will be kicked by the tassel past the baseline, so the Cardinals will get it back. Subs coming in for Newaygo. They're going to send back on Colton Maidema. He will replace Ethan Rayburn, who has played quite a few minutes tonight. He will get a breather. 2-3 zone on the inbounds. McLaughlin over to Haist, back to McLaughlin. Inside for Gabe. Gabe spinning, fires, short. Belvin battles, grabs the miss. Long pass. Haist in the corner. That one no good. Drew Haist had a good long look at it. Just off the side heel from the corner closest to the bench. 55-35 our score. 2 minutes to go. 20-point lead for the Cardinals here at home against Newaygo. Long look for Maidema again. Got it again. That one was good from 27.
At this point, he's hit three this quarter. You got to get a hand in his face. That's three in a row where he's caught. He's had a chance to check to see if the air conditioning's kicked on, and then he's been able to shoot it.
Great pass. Drew Haist finds Belvin underneath. That's a beautiful feed. Haist to Belvin for two, as they'll answer back with the two on the three. Maidema. Great defense from McLaughlin. He's taking it personal now. He's not letting him get a single shot up. Now they're smiling about it. I love seeing the sportsmanship from these guys. Yurzevic to the right hand, back up top. Deflection there from Drew Haist. Oh, and he ran through. Steal for Drew. Down the hill. And he's fouled. He's going to the line. Looks like he took a hit to the mat from Toth and Yurzevic. Drew bounces back up. He's a ball player, and he's going to the line for two.
Yep, he laid there for a second, made sure he was okay. Everything was still attached. Let's see if he can knock down a couple of free throws. He's really growing up, Drew Haist is, making some really, really good plays. He doesn't really play like a freshman anymore. He's been a great 6th, 7th man for them and doing a great job acclimating himself to the varsity game.
Missing the first, second one upcoming for Drew Haist from the charity stripe. That one is flush. Great shot from Candlesticks. 58-38 our score. 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Fled out of bounds. Newaygo not able to handle the pass. Yurzevic trying to find Maidema, and it goes right through his hands. Of course, that was Colton Maidema, not Isaiah Maidema. Pair of brothers here on the Newaygo squad. Isaiah's had the three ball fallen. Colton in for reserve minutes. McLaughlin fires in the corner. He is short on the three-point try. Deflection there from Njenga. Back in for Yurzevic. Drives the lane. Right-handed floater. No good. Njenga pulls down the miss. Out and running. 3-on-1. Njenga going up strong and lays it in. I love the fact he waited patiently to see what the Newaygo defender did. He stayed with the pass and an easy layup for Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe, he sees that he's about to take a charge. He gathers himself, and then he 2 steps, left-handed finish, smooth athlete, great body control, wonderful job by Gabe.
Another zone look here, potentially, here for the Cardinals. And Coach Ingles, Toth down low, trying to find some way to get it up towards the rack. Blocked by Belvin. He's hustling for the basketball. He's got it back. Hands off to McLaughlin, but I think he traveled before he did so. Violation. We're going back the other way. Rayburn will return. He's going to replace Blake Sanborn at the wing spot. No changes for the Cardinals. 21.6 seconds to go in the third. I'm assuming right now they're going to see a lot of the reserves in for the majority of the fourth quarter if this dominant performance here tonight. Final 15 seconds. Maidema, no look pass to the corner. Rayburn dives, looking, spinning, floats it, scores it. Boy, that was a tough angle against Gabe, who had good position. Cole Heist, 4 seconds, looking to find somebody. McLaughlin dives, tries to find Belvin, throws it up. Oh, he just missed it. Good look from Belvin. That's the end of 3. 60-40. Cardinals lead big here at home. We'll be back in 60 seconds right after this here on WBRN.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids is where you go to get fit. Are you a gym loaner? Do you need your workout but want your space to work? Or do you want one-on-one workout help? Whatever your workout needs, JD Fit can help you get fit. Stop in downtown Big Rapids or find them online at getjdfit.com.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Arena in Big Rapids. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas on with you. If you're a Buckeye fan, you're pleased so far. 7-0 in favor of Ohio State. College football playoff semifinal. Winner plays Notre Dame in the national championship in just a short turnaround. I'm sure many people might be 1 year in here, 1 year in there. We get it. It's a pretty big game. I understand. But we appreciate those sticking around here for this basketball game. Big Rapids is dominated here tonight. Gilchak corner fires. That one long, no good. Hustling for it was Njenga, and they're going to earn the possession back.
Great hustle there by Gabe, using his length to save the ball and then pulling the Ty Gilchak and throwing it off of a Newaygo player.
Taking it right out of the teammate's playbook. Love to see that there from Gabe. He's got it over in the corner now, spinning against Rayburn. Looks at the double team. Touch pass there by Gilchak. Back to him from Drew. Over to Gabe. Good ball movement. Moten is open for 3. No good. Too strong off the back iron from Jerice. Still trying to find that jump shot here early on this campaign. Long look for Newaygo's no good. Gilchak right there. Baseball pass up ahead. Cole Heist in transition. Lays it up. And this time he scores it. And the bench is loving it. First time Cole's been able to score on the transitions. Had a couple tries and smiles as that one drops through the nylon.
A great way to run the floor, and Ty Gilchak will always find. He loves to show off that arm. Going to Kalamazoo Valley, play some baseball. Great outlet pass, easy bucket.
Jurzovic gets his own miss and will score. Coach Scarpelli, I know, is smiling. Another baseball pass. Moten will lay it in. Another assist for Gilchak with the arm. He can throw 80, folks, and he's showing it off.
His
turnover.
6th assist tonight.
Downhill, Newaygo gets it back, and Toth will score. That's a tough bounce for Big Rapids. 2 hands get on it, not able to keep it. Newaygo gets numbers, and they score it. They cut the deficit to 20. 6:36 to go in the fourth. We'll step aside for our timeout. We'll be back with more after this right here on WBRN.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
The ASE Blue Seal of Excellence Award for auto repair is not easy to earn, and there's just one repair shop in the area that has received it. Quality Car and Truck Repair. Call or make your appointment online today through 20th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
This is Junior Liam McLaughlin, and you're listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Back we go here from Big Rapids. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Just had a score update there from what's been an entertaining game in Morley Stanwood against Lakeview. And Blake right now back and forth affair. Who was on top at that last break?
It was Morley Stanwood 34, Lakeview 27 with about 6 minutes to go in the fourth.
What a run for Morley, using the home floor. They were trailing by 3 at one point in the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, and now have made a big-time run to get themselves on top. Big Rapids will be heading to Morley Stanwood, not Tuesday, but next following Tuesday at their place. We'll have the coverage as well, WBRN.com and 96.5 1460 as always. Off the offensive set, screen around for Cole Heist. They'll move it around the perimeter. Moten over to Heist, now into the short corner for Njenga. Working against that zone once again. Deflection from Rayburn, and it will go to the Cardinal direction. 6:22 to go in the ball game. Stick around. We'll have our Big Rapids Public Schools post-game show and our player of the game. And we predicted it. It might be a tough call here as Njenga! Goodness! Thunderous slam. And the other way, Newaygo scores.
Good response by Newaygo there. Gabe almost broke the backboard. He dunked that thing so hard, but Newaygo, gets one back on the backside. But really entertaining to watch Gabe get up and jump like that.
My goodness, indeed. A steal out of the hands of Gilchek. Moten hustling back. Maidamo laid up and laid in. Goes into the mat. He looks okay. He'll hustle back defensively. A thunderous slam from Gabe Njenga. Of course, catching us off guard with his bounce as he always does. Maybe it was the airplane sound effect I had in the break. Maybe I got to do that more often. Drew Heist has got a spot up three. That one goes long. Trap on the play, and it's almost stolen away. Heist got a piece of it. Drew Heist again hustling. Toth to the corner. Good shot fake as Gilchek. Oh, he's not rewarded as now they're going to change it. There it is. The signature from Ty Gilchek. Stole it away from Maidama and threw it right off the shoelaces out of bounds.
The Kent City White Cloud game just went final. Kent City 55, White Cloud 39.
What a win for Kent City. That's going to be a team to watch in the white division for sure. Heist dribbles. Drops a man. It's Maidama. Gilchek had a rip but a foul in the process. His brother made up for it as Gilchek trying to plead for a timeout after the ball slam from Maidama. You can understand he almost had a clean steal this close away from an easy deuce, but a foul is called. That's his second. He's been busy offensively. 11 points so far here for the Lions. Third leading scorer, most of them from all in the second half from behind the line. Leading scorer for the Cardinals tonight, Cole Heist with 21. Gilchek will fire a three. Batted by Moten. Baseball pass. Drew Heist. He'll fire. That one long. Bounces around, and it's taken by Toth. Tie-up is called on the floor. Possession arrow will point the Lions' direction with 4:58 to go.
Coach Long angry over there. I kind of agree with him. That was a really quick jump ball call, and Newaygo grabbed it and won it in about a quarter of a second. The jump ball call was made.
Big thanks goes out to all of our great supporters, including Menards. You can win a brand new F-150 sponsored by Sylvania. See store for details only at Menards. Another bucket there for Newaygo underneath. Finding a little bit of an opening there against the Cardinal pressure as they were a little bit three-quarter court, trying to see if they like that defensive look. Over for Drew Heist. Thought about the three, and he passed it to Gilchek. Hustle back. Maidama's going to have it. Going against Gilchek. Pump fakes, fires, and scores. Lazy turnover there from the Cardinals, and Coach Ingalls will take a timeout. 66-52. Cardinals get a little sloppy. Newaygo sees a little bit of light. We'll see what they have after the chat. We'll step aside. Commercial break, and we're back with more basketball here on WBRN.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Michigan Primary Care Partners is thrilled to announce they are now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for acute issues. Avoid a costly trip to the ER and see your primary care provider right here in Big Rapids. Additionally, the Michigan Primary Care Partners in-house pharmacy is open on Saturdays for all your medication needs. Michigan Primary Care Partners is here to help you get and stay healthy. Find Michigan Primary Care Partners in Big Rapids, Canadian Lakes, Reed City, and always online at MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
This is senior Ty Gilchek, and you are listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Thank you, Ty. Back we go here from Big Rapids. 4:24 to go in this one. Cardinals lead 66-52, but Newaygo has chipped away for a couple careless turnovers. Downhill, Ty will score off a great feed from Gabe. They go back to the size advantage, and it works beautifully. Great job underneath on the feed. Open man is Maidema. Not Isaiah, but Colton Maidema. Haist gets it on the baseline and throws it off of Rayburn. He was trying to find McLaughlin as he couldn't find his balance on the baseline.
A good adjustment by Coach Ingles there. Had Gabe bring the ball to the floor, sees over top of everybody, gets in the middle of the paint, easy dump off to the other, big 6'6" Ty Gilchek, to curb that momentum that Newaygo has built.
Obviously a lot of great knowledge from Coach Ingles as Njenga's shot hits every part of the rim and bounces out. Newaygo will try to push. Coach Ingles, of course, over 500 wins on his coaching career. Into the Hall of Fame. It's made the trip to Breslin, and you can see the wealth of knowledge that he has with this group. Miss from Newaygo, back up again off the back heel, tip back out into the hands of Cole Haist. Cardinals will settle it. Pushing against Maidema. Haist will carry it over the half-court line, 3:27 to go. Drew Haist waiting to check in at the table. Probably going to be a moment of time where we're going to see a little bit of a run for the Cardinals perhaps, and that's going to bring in the reserves. But right now the score is a little close as we have a whistle on the floor. The officials are talking through it. With that, we'll step aside for station identification here on the Big Rapids Radio Network.
You're listening to News Radio WBRN, 1460 AM, 107.7 FM, and 96.5 FM. A part of the Big Rapids Media Network, and your home for Big Rapids Cardinal basketball.
So we have a dual foul on the floor as there was a tie-up from Colton Maidema and Ty Gilchek. So double foul assessed, one each way. First for the Cards, second for the Lions. So no consideration right now for the bonus. And obviously, Cardinals can score a little bit more. This game will be sealed, but right now still a lot of time. And Rapids has given up some possessions. Newaygo has chipped away. This has been their best quarter. Haist tripped up. Ball on the deck and a tie-up called immediately. Big Rapids will get it back. Good hustle there as Cole Haist just had trouble with the handle that time, and Rayburn was right there for the pounce. 68-52 our score, 3:11 to go if you're just joining us. Stick around, be RPS player of the game coming up. Do have a score update from Remus. That game's getting tighter and tighter, 45-37 in favor of Chip Hills over Tri-County right now. Just over 4 minutes to go over on M20. Over to McLaughlin now, diving inside. Great pass for Gilchek, another great pass. Njenga, spot up three, that one just short. Great battle by McLaughlin, but he's whistled for the contact on the offensive glass. Another foul for Liam, that's his second. So it's going to go the other way so far. Big Rapids has added to the rebound category quite a bit tonight. And the assist as well, 13.6 per game they've added right now. And if I'm a guessing man, Blake, you got the numbers in front of you. We're well past that mark.
Yes, well past that mark. We've got a couple of guys over 5 by themselves. So yeah, that's a sign of you're being effective offensively, is that you're getting assists on many field goals.
Great steal from Ty. Ball batted out of bounds by Newaygo. Ty a little frustrated trying to find point guard to get that one, so going to be Drew Haist to carry it now.
Here's what the Cardinals need to do here is they just need to take time off the clock. It doesn't matter if they score necessarily, but burn a minute, burn 30 seconds off the clock, shorten the game, so Newaygo has no chance at coming back.
They're going to try to run a set here against a little bit of pressure from Newaygo. Obviously have a little sniff at the margin, not quite over yet. Njenga will go downhill to the free throw line as he's going to dribble right back out. And I think Coach Ingles heard us on the headsets. They're going to try to waste as much time as possible.
So you hear Kent call, or Coach Ingles call 75 here. That is the stall. So the rule of thumb is you only take shots that you're going to make 75% of the time. So usually that's layups.
Yes.
Okay. So you've got Gabe moving the ball here. He's going to go in. Someone's going to pop out for him. It looks like Newaygo is completely content with the Cardinals just dribbling this one out. So we'll see what happens here. And
shot coming up from Haist, not going to make it that time. Other way goes Maidema and scores. So over top of Gilchek. Coach Long was just puzzled over there, but his team gets it off the miss, and they're able to score it. Long pass, gets to McLaughlin. Great catch over in the corner. Haist now is going to hold this one, not electing to shoot it. Over for Ty. Pestered up top now. Gilchek will hold. Lob pass to the corner. 78 seconds to go. McLaughlin back up top. Risky pass, deflected that time by Maidema, as it looks like Haist might have went off his hands, but they're going to rule it off of Newaygo, and so Big Rapids will keep the basketball. Coach Long is pleading his case, and I think he has a good argument there. It might have been Haist off that catch as he just lost it, but it was deflected, but they're going to rule that the deflection was after the missed catch. Drew with it in his mitts now. Long pass for Gabe. Gabe will go. Long baseball pass over to Gilchek. Back up top for Drew, and avoiding the two-man trap. Over for Gabe. Under 60 seconds now. Down the hill. Oh, goodness. He almost honey-dipped that one. Oh, my goodness, Gabe Njenga.
The backboard is still shaking. He was up there, and we might get another one here.
Clear the runway. Oh, he almost threw down a windmill. Oh, my goodness. That was almost the greatest high school dunk I've ever seen. Long shot, in and out, no good. Ty holds it. Baseball pass for Drew Haist. Very lazy 80-mile-per-hour fastball from Ty as he smiles. Long pass over for Cole. Final 15 seconds. He's going to hold on to this one. He's going to have to pass it before the horn sounds. Chatting with some of the Newaygo Lions players. Final 5 ticks will go off the big board for the 7th Cardinal victory on the season. 70-54, your final score. It's a victory for the Cardinals tonight here in their first game of 2025. And really, at the end of the day, good fight from Newaygo in the second half. But the Cardinals had it from the jump, and they just ran with it and kept that margin the whole way through. Really good win to start 2025 for this club.
Yeah, absolutely. A great first half, and then, some things to work on in the second half. That's one you don't want to let a team claw back into. But they built such a great lead in the first half. But again, ball went in the hole. You score 70 points. Do a really, really good job of getting everybody involved tonight. You look at the stat sheet here. It is stuffed by a bunch of different guys. I'm going to have a hard time picking our player of the game. But a good win against a solid Newaygo team.
What a great win for Coach Ingalls and company as they go through the handshake lines. Great sportsmanship from both teams. Cardinals with a victory. We'll break it down. And what's next for the Cardinals coming up after this break right here on News Radio WBRN.
Have you ever wondered where to have your electric vehicle serviced? Or where to have your hybrid vehicle serviced? Johnson's Automotive. You'd think those vehicles would have to go to the dealership, but they don't. We service and repair hybrids and electric vehicles, serving you with honesty and integrity, and of course, technology at Johnson's Automotive. Call us 231-796-3700.
Get to the chopper.
The Detroit Red Wings return to the ice this season on WBRN.
Now the Wings trying to bump it forward. Here's a breakaway for Christian Fisher. Moves in, he shoots, he scores!
Motown looks to motor to the postseason after coming up one game short last year.
Ida with a centering attempt. Kreider with a chance. Beautiful leg pad save right there by line.
Join Ken Cal and Paul Woods each and every game on 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. For the weekly Red Wings broadcast schedule, visit WBRN.com.
TikTok, YouTube, Hulu, get your business where customers are watching an average of 24 hours of content each week. Dasos Digital curates campaigns for your business for your goals, targets, and budgets. Video content creation may seem daunting, but Dasos Digital can see you through the trees. Short form, long form, drone, Dasos Digital can get you looking good in front of your customers consistently and effectively. Dasos Digital, navigating your business through the digital wilderness. Visit dasosdigital.com for more.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit motaonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
All right, it's about that time. Let's put a bow on this Cardinal victory. 70-54 our final score here from Big Rapids. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas to break it down for you here. Getting some scores to report from around the league. We already reported the earlier game. Kent City getting a big win over White Cloud. And Grant has officially won, and for the sake of the Coyote fans, we won't mention the margin. It was not one possession. I can guarantee you that. Monstrous win for Grant. All you can say about that. They're the team probably to beat right now in this conference.
That sets up a huge game on Friday, and that gym is teeny tiny, and it will be packed, and it will be rocking.
It's going to be packed and then some. They're going to have to find lawn chairs to set up on the baseline or something based on what is to be had down at that gym right now. Chip Hills has a 9-point advantage in the final 2 minutes against Tri-County and also CSAA action. Morley was ahead last we checked. We'll get that score here in just a moment. But let's get into our post-game report presented by Big Rapids Public Schools with our player of the game coming up. Blake has his hands full, that's for sure, not only with the stats, but just picking the player of the game. A lot of players played well tonight. Just a testament for this team coming out from the holiday hiatus and playing some of their best basketball this year across the board. Any game, I would compare this to Newaygo, fought back in the fourth. You could tell focus, little lack of, with the big margin of 21 at that last break in the third quarter. But overall, held on, got the job done, complete the sweep for the Cardinals here against the Lions tonight. And I think the biggest thing, passing the ball, a lot of assists, a lot of open people, and especially not passing it to the other team, something they struggled with before the break, really limited the turnovers tonight, and that was a big key.
You know, it was a great job by the Cross tonight. I only totaled 6 turnovers. Now, I may have missed 1 or 2 here or there, but 6 turnovers in a high school basketball game, any basketball game, is unbelievable, okay? When that happens, you are valuing most possessions. You are getting a shot on every possession. And when you're able to do that, you obviously give yourself more opportunities to score. That's what we saw here tonight. The Cardinals hang 70 on the board, and we're relatively efficient doing so. Again, a really good win by the Cardinals.
Big win tonight, and we are continuing action on the floor as we have our second half-court shot made by a non-Cardinal basketball player. Earl Schuberg did it at Wink Arena last night in the Anchorbone game. Virtue of a granny shot that might go viral after pretty much he got the video back from that one. He was very excited, to say the least.
I believe it.
And we just saw one not too moments ago. I didn't see it. Justin Fox said it happened, so we can confirm that it did happen. So we have some potential reserves if Coach Ingles ever needs bodies, some guys that can fill it on the trick shot category. But we'll get you the timer and temperature as well as you guys are heading onward, potentially home from the arena. Right now, 24 degrees. Snow is not reported falling based on radar. It has moved across, so you will have a much easier drive home if you are making your way home from Cardinal Arena, which is always a great thing to see. Big thanks goes out to New Horizon Landscaping as well as Cook's Tree Service, JD Fit, as well as Dazos Digital. We'll get the stat breakdown in just a moment with our BRPS player of the game, as well as all of our great friends over there at Big Rapids Daily News. With that, we're going to send it over Blake's way. Award-winning elementary schools, Big Rapids Virtual School, extensive educational and extracurricular opportunities at BRHS. BRPS is the school of choice in the area and will continue to do so as long as the great teachers like Blake stay there through the rest of the way. Visit brps.org. And with that, Blake, hands are pretty tied. You got a lot of options here. Who is tonight's BRPS player of the game?
I'm going to go with the guy that sparked everything in the first half. Was just ripping the nets like he was a part of NBA Jam, and that was Cole Haist. I really value the efficiency. He has 21 points. He is 5 of 9 from the triple line. And another thing, he's a floor general. You hear him out there directing traffic, getting guys where they need to go. That's what you want out of your leader, out of your point guard. And, a few rebounds, a few assists, but he got guys in the right space. He was running the floor. He kept our guys in control. When the ball was in his hands, good things happened tonight. Lots of guys had outstanding nights tonight, but I think Cole was the main cog in helping us get that win.
Great job from Cole. I believe that is the second time he has earned that honorable mention this season. The first one coming back in his dominant performance against Aviation, knocking down 3 of 9 from deep, 15 points, as well as 2 steals defensively. Big effort from him. And as he is tonight's player of the game, and he filled it right. 21 points, I believe, entering the fourth quarter, just filling it from deep. And he was impressive tonight. And the Cardinals were all across the board. So with that, obviously, big week upcoming here for Cardinal fans. Fremont on Monday, same time, same place. We will be down there at Fremont for the game of the Cardinals and the Packers. That should be a fun one as well. The following night on Tuesday, back here in Big Rapids. Love to see the fans come out. You can take us into the stands. You can get your AirPods, you can get your headphones, and stream with us live with the action as they take on the White Cloud Indians, who, as we mentioned, fell to Kent City tonight. So they're going to be a very motivated group at the turn after the weekend to try to upset us in this building. And then Friday is the main event. Big win for Grant against Reed City tonight, and there's no doubt about it. This is probably the conference championship, the first installment, of course, at Grant, and then we're going to see both those teams again at the regular season. But based on what we've seen on film, what I've heard from other coaches and teams around the league, Grant seems to be the real deal, and it's going to be a 2-horse race the rest of the way between the Birds and the Cats.
One thing to look forward to as well as to pay specific attention to is how do the Cardinals play on Monday and Tuesday leading up, because they're games that don't really count towards our league. So are they games that you're looking past because you know what's coming on Friday, or are they going to be locked into those Monday game and then that Tuesday game to continue the momentum that they're building into arguably one of the biggest games we've had in recent memory for the Cardinals?
Going to be an absolutely great week of basketball upcoming. Visit WBRN.com for more information on when these broadcasts start and where you can stay tuned when it comes to all things Cardinal hoops. That's going to do it for us here in Big Rapids. Big thanks goes out to Big Rapids Public Schools, Big Rapids Virtual School, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Michigan Primary Care Partners, Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, Motor Macassa Transit Authority, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, Extremely Clean Power Washing and Painting, Quality Car and Truck Repair, New Horizon Landscaping, JD Fit Menards, Cook's Tree Service, Post 98 American Legion Baseball, Dazos Digital, and Big Rapids Daily News.com. Appreciate all of those that have tuned in, myself and Blake. Big thanks to Sophie Wisniewski, as always, for doing a great job with us on the board back at the News Radio WBRN studios tonight. Always does a fabulous job for us. Appreciate all of her hard work. Big thanks goes out to Athletic Director Don Thompson, Superintendent Tim Heist for all of their support, Principal Ron Pinkham, as well as Coach Ken Ingalls for letting us do this. Appreciate all the love. We're going to have a lot of fun next week, starting on Monday at 6:30 p.m. pregame from Fremont. Cardinals and Packers in a former conference affair. Should be a good one indeed, and we look forward to bringing you that action. For myself and Blake, have a great rest of your night. You have been listening to an installment of Cardinal Basketball here on WBRN.
You've been listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on WBRN 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. We now return to regular programming.